In the news this week, the Christian Institute warns that government plans for Ofsted attack religious freedom, an atheist group calls for Bible-free hotel bedrooms, and a mother challenges a judge over human rights for unborn babies. Hello and welcome to this week's news bulletin from the Christian Institute. The Christian Institute has warned that plans for Ofsted to regulate after-school clubs and summer camps represent an unprecedented attack on religious freedom. In a letter to the Education Secretary, the Institute said that church youth work, music lessons, and even first aid courses could be caught by the proposals. The government is consulting on plans to introduce a nationwide register for out-of-school settings that provide instruction to under 19-year-olds for more than 6 hours in any week. In his letter, Institute Director Colin Hart said there is a serious risk that many moderate and mainstream religious activities will be affected.
The police and intelligence services need to focus on areas and groups where there's a risk of violent radicalisation. But the idea of having an Ofsted inspector sitting in your church youth group or Sunday school to see if you're an extremist is, I have to say, highly offensive. It's vital that the Department for Education reconsiders this heavy-handed approach. It exposes youth group leaders to false accusations and massive bureaucracy.
The Institute is urging its supporters to respond to the consultation, which closes on the 11th of January. The concerns come as the Chief Inspector of Schools says that parents who choose to educate their children according to their own faith must ensure they are tolerant of other religions. Sir Michael Wilshaw made the comments while being interviewed about 3 unregistered Muslim schools in Birmingham, which Ofsted recently shut down. He told the BBC that parents have a responsibility to ensure their children are taught certain values.
Of course they've got a right to bring up their child with a different view of the world, but they also have to ensure that their child understands the importance of tolerance. They've got to make sure their child understands the importance of other faiths and be tolerant of those issues. That's the important thing.
In December last year, the Department for Education accepted the argument that schools should be required to promote respect for people rather than their beliefs. Responding at the time, the Christian Institute described this as an important distinction. According to reports, Ofsted would like all part-time schools to be shut down and to start from scratch with a register for new establishments. Currently, schools giving under 20 hours of instruction per week do not have to be registered. A US atheist group has written to hotels requesting they provide Bible-free bedrooms. The Freedom from Religion Foundation likened the idea to smoke-free rooms and claimed that many guests are deeply offended by the Bibles. The group said it would rather see Charles Darwin's On the Origin of Species in the rooms. The atheist organisation highlighted actions taken by the UK's Travelodge chain in 2014. It removed Bibles from rooms despite having not received any complaints from guests. The practice of placing Bibles in hotel rooms dates back over 120 years, with the Gideons International now providing the service to over 190 countries. And finally, a mother whose daughter has a severely life-limiting disability has challenged a judge who said such children are doomed. In a ruling in Northern Ireland last month, Mr. Justice Horner said that in cases of fatal fetal abnormalities, there is no life to protect. But Tracy Harkin explained how her daughter Kathleen Rose, who has the rare condition trisomy 13, has just celebrated her 9th birthday. Harkin said that families who had only hours, days or weeks with their children pour a lifetime of love into that short time. They are human and deserve human rights. Justice Horner is simply wrong. Their lives are worth protecting. A later decision on the issue made clear that it was for politicians to make any changes to the current position. In Northern Ireland, abortion is only allowed if the mother's life is at risk. Well, that's all for this week. For more information and regular updates on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. On behalf of the Christian Institute, I'd like to wish you a happy Christmas and a peaceful New Year. Until next time, goodbye.